Hello, friends. Today I want to talk about the blues, um, Sanix blues, uh, and perhaps my blues also about the fact that they don't exist anymore. Um, okay, so it's a rugby team which currently uh, is not operating. I will just share my screen to give you some information from Wikipedia. So it says Munakata Sanix Blues. Munakata is just up the road from here. It's very close to Kee-tah-kew-shoo. And there we are. Munakata Sanix Blues, formerly Fukuoka Sanix Blues and Fukuoka Sanix Bombs, was a Japanese rugby union team based in Munakata, Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. Founded in April 1994, which coincidentally was when I came here to Kee-tah-kew-shoo with my wife from the Kansai area. So, well, we go back quite a long way, don't we? The team rose rapidly through the Kyushu leagues and was in the top league for the first season, 2003 to 4, as Kyushu's sole representative. They lost a relegation battle and were demoted, but they returned to the top league for the 2005-6 season. And they were pretty much in the top league from then on until March 2022. The operators of the club announced the disbandment of the team following the conclusion of the 2022 Rugby League One season. So they've been out of action for almost 2 years now. Of course, there was COVID and all kinds of other things that happened. This was the squad at the time of disbandment, including Khan Hesketh, who scored that miracle try in the Brighton Miracle when Japan beat South Africa in the Rugby World Cup 2015. And then past players, somewhere here there's a list of past players, including, or former players, Graham Bashop, Jamie Joseph, John Leslie, Parkinson, Matua Parkinson, and I don't know the others. Actually, Jacques Potgieter rings a bell. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, it was always good value as a team, and I've got plenty of other goods. I can tell you the reason why I'm doing this video right now is that last night I went to rugby practice, and one of the guys gave me this Sanix jersey. He said it was too large for him. And it was a jersey which it was a freebie he received at the end of the game when they last played a game. So that would be 2 years ago. And I've also got one or two other little mementos. There's a Fukuoka Sanix Blues ball, and I've got a slightly more up-to-date one, Munakata Sanix Blues, signed by, who would that be? I wonder if you could tell me that. I think somebody gave this to me. So anyway, Munakata Sanix Blues. So that was the name of at the time of disbandment. So, all right, looking at the rugby situation in Kyushu now, we've got Kyushu Denryoku, Kyushu Electric Power Company, which is up in League One with Akihito Yamada, who grew up in this city, Kee-tah-kew-shoo, and played for the Japan national team and Wild Knights. And he's now, well, he's getting on. He's 37, but he's very good value, and he normally scores at least one try per game. So they're good. And then there's a new team whose name I'm still struggling to pronounce because it sounds a bit like Rarirure-ro, which is part of the Japanese syllabary. It's not that. It's something like Reriro, I think it might be. And they are based in Ukiha, and they're going to be in Division 3 of League One in the coming season, as I understand it. So there's two teams, but really we need the more the merrier in Kyushu. At least we need three teams, like we did have at one point. We had Coca-Cola and we had Kyuden and Sanix. So there were three teams in the top league at one stage. Coca-Cola has now disbanded, and we've got their facilities have been taken over by the JRFU, and it's now called Japan Base. It's in Fukuoka City, so they do training of their national team there. It's only just recently been opened, I think last year. Okay, but I miss Sanix. I've got a Sanix-sized hole in my heart, or a Sanix-shaped hole, shall we say? And yeah, particularly since they started up at the time when my wife and I came to Kyushu. And there are other reasons for me to be grateful to Sanix. They still have their Genkai Grand, which is their club. They have a clubhouse and a ground not far from the sea in Munakata. It's a lovely ground. We played there the other day. Kee-tah-kew-shoo Genwaku played Munakata Old Pirates. It's a veterans game, of course. And wow, Kee-tah-kew-shoo Genwaku won for the first time in I can't remember how long, which was great. And we had a little after-match function as well, which was all nice, good fun. So there's that, and also there's the Munakata, the Global Arena in Munakata, which is what would you call it? A multi-sports facility with including a stadium and grounds, pitches for rugby and soccer. And every year at Golden Week time, there is Sanix World Youth Rugby Invitational Tournament. I hope I've got all those adjectives or words in the right order. At any rate, I think it started up in 2000, and I've been to every single one. I think it stopped. There was one time during COVID when we didn't have it. At any rate, it's fantastic because well, the normal format is 8 Japanese schools and 8 foreign schools from New Zealand, one from New Zealand, one from Australia, one from South Africa, one from England, and then, well, various, normally Fiji and let me think. Well, Russia in the past has sent teams. Korea normally sends a team. Trying to think where else. A few others. I mean, Scotland in a long time ago sent a team with Graham Buckley of it was Dollar Academy that they sent. Anyway, it's basically school teams. So that's always a great thing to do around Golden Week for me, and I strongly recommend it. And that was started and is still sponsored by Sanix. The first chairman, president of Sanix, Mr. Munemasa, that's the name, yes, was a great fan of rugby. I'm not sure the present president is quite so keen, or at any rate, I don't know about Sanix's financial situation, whether they will even consider coming back to or bringing the team back, but it would be awfully good if they would. You know, if perhaps the company's financial situation has eased or got better after dipping during the COVID time, I don't know. But I think it would be great for rugby in Kyushu if they could. And that's about all I've got to say. So thank you very much for listening, and I will be in touch again soon. I sometimes talk about rugby on this channel. My short videos tend to be of cats, 10-second videos of cats in the local area, which are very popular, actually. Most of them, a lot of them get over 2,000 views. And then I do talk about my academic work as well. And Ernest Sato is the man behind me there. All right. So anyway, it would be great if you would join the channel. Thanks very much, and goodbye now. Bye.